Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So, I thought I'd do something a little different this time around, as I know you're normally used to like the Let's Plays and stuff, but I thought, why don't we try something a little different? So I thought of doing, like, I guess a mini-series using Microsoft PowerPoint, which I have not used this in bloody forever. Basically just talking about my interests and seeing if you just so happen to like them too. Also, this will apply to all episodes. If I do get any information wrong or I miss anything, let me know in the comments, because I know damn well I'm gonna miss something. So yeah, I'm not sure if this will be a working title or if I do end up changing it. But as of right now, I'm calling this mini-series the Autism Dump, so this will be fun. So today's topic is going to be Sonic.exe, because this was an interesting little story. There we go, right. So yeah, it took me a bit to get it to work. So it was the end of 2024 where I got into Sonic.exe in a way. Yeah, I will have some text and a few visuals to assist, I guess, to make it a bit more interesting. So as I put here, I will apologise for grammar or spelling errors. As soon as I left school, grammar didn't really mean much to me anymore. So Friday Night Funkin' was blowing up from like 2020, 2021, and I first saw this handsome lad in the left from those mods. He looked a bit different, but still the same cool design, and I was just like, I mean, this looks kinda cool, but I don't know if it's gonna be for me. Little did I know, because by the end of 2024, yeah, as said there, I ended up really liking Lord X, as he's called, and I learned that there's a fandom like around him, and you know, it's all really interesting. And then it gets better, because after learning about Lord X, as he's called, the whole lore is a whole other can of worms. I'm just talking about the surface level here. I learned that he has guardians, as they're called, and they're all really cool looking. You can see all of them at the bottom left. Their designs are so unique, and the amount of effort that has gone into this new canon is honestly really cool. So I put that I also learned that the whole Sonic.exe thing has been under new management since the pandemic, and the original creator who had this before 2020 was very mean. So yeah, they had the rights taken from them, and the rights landed in two people, Joedoughboi, and I don't know the other one, but I'm sure people will be happy to inform me in the comments section. So here are the Guardians, and this is where the autism is really going to start to show. So we've got Keto, who is the statue looking character down there, the biggest out of all of them. We have Keno, who's the one with the rings round him. And they all have titles, by the way. You're probably reading it, that they all have titles based on a certain emotion. And one thing I didn't type in, I forgot to mention, when I was typing all this out, is that they are extensions of Lord X's emotions. So I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, they also have quite the following, and they have their own voice actors. I'll mention this a bit more as we get into the video, but Joedoughboi, as of this video's recording, is still working on Sonic.exe PC port. It's like a remaster of like a project he did a little while ago. Still haven't heard anything from it. Hope he's doing alright. But he got voice actors for each of them, so this will be fun. They also have younger forms, but not all of them have been revealed. Doughboy did some drawing for some of them and shared them on, I think it's his official YouTube channel and maybe some other social medias. You can check them out if you want. Alright, let's learn about some facts. I might either sound really interesting or mentally insane. I'll let you come to that conclusion. So Keto, he's a statue that resides in a temple or a church, and X has a cult in the universe. I should probably explain like what this whole universe is before I get further into this, before you look at me and go, what the hell is she talking about? So Sonic.exe as a concept is a cursed video game Yeah, real original, guys. And you can get trapped in that video game, and you're not very likely to leave. So it's a video game world, essentially. It's a video game world. Poor Keto can't really move much because he's a statue, and his tongue's the only part that moves fluently, so you can imagine how painful that of an existence is. And he can also erase you from existence if you do, I guess, do not like Lord X or whatever. Yeah, it's really interesting. Definitely an interesting design. Next we have Keno. I feel like a lot of people can relate to him because, I mean, look at him. He's just not happy with the world at all. And he doesn't like humans very much. Doesn't like them very much. He is made almost entirely of void matter, as he hates himself, finds himself disgusting, hence his title. And he has mind powers, as you can see I've written here. Written. I can English, can you? But yeah, another really interesting design. We have Kofuku. I'm pretty sure this one's the fan favourite out of all of them, and I can't blame you guys, honestly. As he is the friendliest, but you still got to be careful around him. I like that he wears a mask, or like a human face, to look less scary. I wonder if we're ever going to find out what he looks like without it on. Probably not. He has a unicycle, because of course he does. He's a silly little guy. He can only feel happiness, as far as I'm aware. And yeah, I'll be referring to the Guardians Q&A a lot as well, which Joedoughboi, if you scroll really far down his posts tab, you can find that he put on a Google Drive if you'd like to give it a read yourself to learn more about these characters. But yeah, Kofuku's the fan favourite. I can't blame you guys. He is a funny guy, and you know, he does have a nice design. We have Gakaido, as it's pronounced. He's definitely the more mysterious and interesting one, because he owns like a meat factory, and he's missing pretty much most of his face, because he gets angry. Oh, pardon me. So yeah, he lost his face because when he gets angry, his face lights up with fire. So you can imagine he got angry pretty often, and he doesn't really have a face anymore. I still think this is a really cool and solid design. He is the smallest. Is he the smallest, or is Kofuku the smallest? I don't know, but he's pretty small. And his voice actor, if you go to Joedoughboi's official channel, he sounds like Gilbert Godfrey. I'm sorry. When I hear his voice, I just think Gilbert Godfrey. Rest in peace, your legend. But yeah, he's about anger. Trying not to be too angry anymore, but, you know, can't promise that. Alright. Oh, my face cam. My face cam's blocking her. Can I move my face cam? Give me a sec, guys. No, I cannot. Alright. This one's my favourite. No contest. This one's my favourite. Joedoughboi. Very unique name. So she's the only female guardian. I still put in air quotes, because even though loads of sources say that they're all under the classification of they, nah, they're still referred to traditionally, so whatever. She speaks in riddles and rhymes, because of course she does. By the way, the voice actor is very talented for Joedoughboi. Like, it's just perfectly intimidating, but also mysterious. I like that a lot. She's the strongest guardian in psychological torment, so you do not want to upset her at all. She is an introvert. She prefers to be alone, which I can't blame her. With people like Kofuku around, that would be too much. She also doesn't like Kyofu, who we'll talk about in a moment, as in the Guardians Q&A, she says that she feels like he is stealing her job. Which, yeah, they are very similar. She respects Keno as well, because of, you know, how he seems the least annoying to her, I guess. I do have the voice actors credited. Do let me know if there are some changes to them, like if I put a couple extra that isn't actually there or anything like that. It's a shame my face cam's blocking her, but you probably saw her near the start of the video, so that should be fine. Kyofu, this one's also a very unique design. I do like he has skeleton legs. If you look very closely, they look very skeletal. Yeah, he likes human body parts a lot. If you look closely with his eyes, they're not actually his real eyes. He stole them from someone, and he made his tongue from other people's. So yeah, he's not very nice, not at all. But he's the guardian of fear. He can shapeshift because it'd be easier to scare someone if you can like turn into a spider or something. He has a collection because of course he does. And it's implied that in the Q&A, he does want to work with Joedoughboi. Like, I think I remember reading in his section, he said she and I could paint the town red or something like that. But obviously that's not going to happen, because again, Joedoughboi is an introvert, and she doesn't want anything to do with them. I think his voice actor is very talented as well. I mean, yeah, they do use some, like, vocal effects, but it does sound cool. He does sound cool. I like him a lot. He's definitely up there as one of the better ones. Right, I don't expect many of you to like this guy, and honestly, I wouldn't blame you. This is Joedoughboi. He is very egotistical. He is very punchable, as I think a lot of sources say that have their information. He says that he is perfect, but he's not, because if you look closely, his arms and legs have some kind of bandaging. I'm pretty sure one video of someone talking about them said that it's meant to be an old method of like making dolls or something? I don't know. Again, you'll have to let me know if I get anything wrong or miss anything. He is supersonic, that's his vessel, as they say. He said he would have been hypersonic, which I did not know existed. But he said it would have been too much on the eyes. Nah, man, you did want to pick him, but you settled for the next best thing. Yeah, I like that his design, I'll at least say his design is very inspired by like Roman or that kind of stuff, or Greece, something like that. But yeah, he's like the most normal looking OC out of all of them. And then we got the man himself, Lord X. You guys wanted to know more about him? Oh, my knees hurt. Ugh. There we go. Now that I know how to use this thing. He's very powerful, Lord X is. The best way I can describe him is Void Matter Alien. Void Matter Digital Alien gets autistic hyperfixation over Sonic the Hedgehog. That's like the most basic way I can describe who Lord X is. So you can see some facts here. The it says I am. It's supposed to say I am. Again, grammar's not really my strong suit. Or I just mistype a lot. The I am God statement, which is very famous to the EXE community. It's just mocking religion. Like, he doesn't see himself as a god at all. And the victims he likes the most, he puts in a Sonic the Hedgehog body. I forgot to type this here as well, but once his ex's vessel decays, he then goes to one of his favourites and, you know, takes theirs, essentially. Yeah. So for those of you who aren't really into horror, and, you know, you're just looking at this video and just being like, what are you talking about? And why is this a thing? It's like, it's horror, man. It is what it is. But yeah, he created the Guardians to be watchdogs, essentially, to spy on his world while he's doing his, like, favourite pastime. Now, the fandom, I learned, is in a much better state after 2020. After, you know, as I just said earlier, the incident happened. But Lord X has a massive following. Like, a lot of people like him. I'd say I do as well, after my discovery in 2024. And I want to shout out the YouTuber Joedoughboi, because he only made him more popular by making songs. And he's the singing voice for X, I'm pretty sure as well, Joedoughboi. I could be wrong. I have listened to some of his songs and they're really good. I got some of them listed here. I Miss the Quiet, Big Misser, and I think I spelt Tricle wrong, but yeah, Tricle is in a Friday Night Funkin' mod. Hit Single, I think it's called, if you guys have the PCs to be able to play it. And one thing he did very recently, which I think is awesome, is that he got other music artists and Joedoughboi himself to come together and make an album. And, you know, just be like, Lord X made this album, he made more music. This is what I love about fandoms, guys. And the fact that Joedoughboi helped work with it, yeah, it's canon, as far as I'm aware. And as I put in these last couple sentences, I'm glad that I was very late to this community. Because as far as I'm aware, to my knowledge, the fandom is in a much better place than it was before the pandemic. And Joedoughboi has still been working on PC port, so I'm waiting to see when that comes out and inevitably watch someone play it and, you know, fangirl beside them. But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I wanted to experiment with a different type of video to see what you guys think. I mean, hyperfixations are quite something, I would know. So yeah, I already liked Sonic the Hedgehog a lot as a kid. So it was pretty cool to discover in 2024 that it does indeed have like a horror side to it. And, you know, it's really cool. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know if you'd like this to become a series where I basically talk about my interests and see if you just so happen to have them too. And I should get back to my regular schedule. Trobio ain't gonna defeat himself.